Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Sam and this video is part of the Homeschool Show Tell series. It's a monthly collaboration where other homeschoolers share their thoughts or the way that they do things on a certain topic. And this month's topic is all about homeschool sick days. Now I'm going to take that one step further and I'm going to also talk about pregnancy and postpartum because it's like medical adjacent. And so yeah, we're going to talk about that today. So if you have never heard of this series, it was started by Abby from Rooted in Rest and Jessica from the Waldock Way, and it's a really amazing collaboration. So I'm going to link the playlist below as well as both Abby and Jessica's channels, and let's just get right into it. So hello, if you are new here and are just checking out the playlist, welcome. My name is Sam and I have 3 kiddos. My oldest son is a first grader, my daughter is a preschooler, and then last year we had our second son and he just turned a year old. So last year my life was filled with pregnancy and postpartum, and since that's kind of like long-term medical sickness kind of a thing, that's why I'm going to talk about that in this video as well. So we're going to talk about like some short-term sick days as well as something a little more long-term, a seasonal thing as well. So before I get into any of that though, I just want to be perfectly clear on this. Although this video and all the other videos in the playlist are about homeschool sick days and how we handle them, I just want to say that as homeschool moms, I feel like we do take on this sort of mentality that, oh, because we homeschool, we'll fit that in. We'll fit that in. Oh, we got a doctor's appointment, we'll just do school later. Oh, we got to go run this errand, we'll do this later, we'll squeeze it in, we'll just make it work. And so we try to do all the things all the time. And I think that does apply on some level, I'm sure, to how you handle yourself being sick as well as your kids. So what I'm trying to say is, do not feel bad. If you need to take a day off, take the day off. Let your kids watch TV all day. Let yourself watch TV all day. I have very fond memories of staying home from school and watching Ferris Bueller every time I was sick, okay? Even if you're not sick, if you are having a lazy week, you just need a day off. It could just be because you want to. It doesn't have to be for any specific reason. But I feel like sometimes we don't give ourselves permission to take the time off and to just do nothing, okay? To be quite honest, to just do nothing. To watch TV, to binge watch something. My sibling and I, every time we get together, we always talk about how we used to old school binge watch movies or TV shows that we really like. And there is nothing wrong with that. And if you're in a season, or even if it's just short term, a day, a week, whatever, and you just have your kids or yourself just on the couch all day, that's okay. It is okay. I do have some very fond memories of watching trying to watch all the Lord of the Rings movies in one day on the weekend or something, or in an entire weekend trying to watch like a whole season of Smallville. And that was when binge watching meant you had to get up every 4 episodes and change out the disc, okay? Because you had to buy the DVD, you know, and it was like this really thick box set of a whole season of a show. It wasn't like at a push of a button with Netflix and Disney Plus and all that stuff. So give yourself some grace if you do have to take a day off, if you have to take a week off, okay? And certainly if things are long-term, you're going to want to, you know, accommodate yourself and your family and figure out how to make things still work. But what I'm just trying to say is make sure you give yourself some grace when it comes to having to take any time off, whether it be short-term or even like slightly long-term. So our family has been very blessed in terms of not being sick all that often. I have a strict hygiene toy regimen when it comes to being sick so that we do not cycle over and over any sort of illness in our house. It's like a one and done, the end. When illness does come through our house, it only lasts total from the first person to the last person for like a week and a half, and then we're done with it. My husband usually brings it home. Then my oldest son will get sick, my daughter, and then myself. None of the babies, when any of them were babies, ever got sick. Again, we were very careful. Nobody touches the baby, except mom and dad. No toy. I mean, we don't share toys, all that stuff. So we've been very lucky in that sense. And we are also usually not sick at the same time. Only one time have we really overlapped where we were all sick and just feeling horrible. And in that case, no school. But usually when my husband brings it home, he's like sick 3 or 4 days. That last day, my oldest son will overlap. He'll start to feel not good. And then it's the same thing. When he's feeling better, my daughter will, and then me. And so we never really overlap, which is nice in some cases, I guess. So how we handle that is if, like, when my son is sick and he doesn't want to do school, fine. He wants to go lay down, take a nap. That's cool. And then I'll just work with my daughter. We'll just do individual stuff. We won't do any group subjects. And then same thing, if my daughter's not feeling up to it when she gets sick, my son will just do individual subjects. Now, if we're just coughing, all of us are just like handling the sniffles or something, some sneezing, a cough, whatever, then we'll just do group subjects. I just try to keep it fun. The individual subjects, while I never really get any pushback, if they really don't want to do something, we're not going to do it. I just won't even bother, because I also know that they're not feeling well. So I don't want to upset them, just upset the whole balance of the household. Same thing with myself. If I am really not feeling well, and I think we all have that level of what can I still do while I don't feel good, as well as I really need to just lay down. And, sometimes you really have to take stock of what's going on. And there have been only one time this year, actually, where I really had to just lay on the couch all day. My body ached, like your bones ache, everything aches. It hurts just to move and think. So that was like the one time where I really had to just lay on the couch and do the bare minimum. And it's okay. It's okay to do that, okay? So I'm just telling you. So that's how we've handled just short-term sickness, illness, all of that. Now, let's get into pregnancy and postpartum, because this is like a long-term, you can't take off like the entire pregnancy. Same thing, postpartum, you're going to take time off, sure, but like you have to like, sort of, how do I accommodate what's going on with my body as the mom and still be mom to all the kids? So this was our life last year. And so I'm going to tell you how I've handled some things during pregnancy as well as postpartum. Every pregnancy is different. How I have handled it may not be how you handled it, and you're going to have different symptoms than I do. So for me, I don't get sick. I don't get nauseous when I'm pregnant. I'm very sorry, but that is not the case for me. And so therefore, I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to get up. I don't know how it feels to be nauseous and throwing up in the toilet all day, but I have not had to deal with that. But what I did have to deal with my this last pregnancy, was I had a bunch of pelvic girdle pain, pubic symphysis. I think those are actually two slightly different things, but similarly, just the weight on your bones, on your lower half, and all. I mean, I'm 5 feet tall. I'm very short. And so, I mean, a lot of people think I'm always having multiples because my torso is so small. There's nowhere else to go but down and out. And it's just, my third really like hung low. It's like, I don't know how else to say that, but he almost like came to my knees. That's what it sort of looked like, because I am so short. And it, like, there was a lot going on with my bones in my lower body, and it was really hard to walk. And I don't say that lightly. I'm one of those people that can honestly just ride through most pain in general, and I don't like to complain because most people have it worse. That's my mentality. Okay, someone's got it worse. Like, I shouldn't complain. Someone's got it worse somewhere. So I don't say that lightly, but it was excruciating to walk sometimes, to get across the house, to, you know, change diapers and do things with my other children. I mean, it was hard. So I don't say that lightly. So my second half of the pregnancy, some days I could walk and some days I couldn't. And so I did lay on the couch a lot, and that's how we did school. I laid on the couch, I sat on the couch, I moved as little as possible, and that's how we did school. We do coffee table school. You can't see it. There's a coffee table right here, and we sit around it on stools. Now this was moved in front of the couch, and that's how we did school. Easy peasy, nothing fancy. That's how we did it. Yeah, so that's how I did school pregnant, and it worked out just fine. Postpartum. Everyone is going to be different when it comes to this. Again, it depends on your life and how many kids you have. If you have older kids, there are certainly things that they can do by themselves when it comes to school. Now, I was only doing kindergarten with my oldest, so honestly not that much to do. I did, and I planned ahead for this. I had another C-section, third C-section, so I knew, okay, that's when baby's coming. So I took off week 38, because C-sections are done week 39, and I took off with that week and, you know, hospital week, and then postpartum. I took off just shy of 3 months of school, and we did just fine. I started early. I started in July on purpose last year with that in mind, and we still finished at the end of April. Okay, so I mean, if you have to take off a chunk of time, it's okay. You can still make it up or plan ahead. I mean, sometimes you can't plan ahead, but like sometimes you can. In that case, I was able to plan ahead. And so I took off, you know, all that time with school, and we did just fine. I didn't do anything after my youngest was born until that 2.5-ish month mark, when he was like that old. And one of the reasons is because, and I was very thankful that this happened again, but all of my kids, again, sorry, not sorry, all of my kids start sleeping through the night at 2 months, 2.5 months. And then when they sleep through the night, I sleep through the night. And then after that, I was able to start school up and felt like a human being. Now, again, I was not doing any extras. Same thing with pregnancy. Just focus on reading, writing, math, especially on those more, the harder days. Okay, so I did the same thing until really close to the end of the year, and I started adding in stuff at the end of the year, or some fun stuff. But focus on the basics during those longer seasons of any sort of illness. So that's what we did. I didn't do any school, you know, when I was knee deep in newborn life. Just healing from a C-section, caring for your newborn, feeding them, all those things are hard in personal and all those things. So, you know, lots of emotions. So I just take that off my plate. Kids were either my other two were either playing, you know, or, I mean, a lot of iPad and TV. I mean, it's okay. And then we took it, you know, we phased it out, you know, afterward, when we were able to like function as a family again. And that's okay to do. We watched a lot of movies together, and that's all right. It's okay to do that. Don't let anybody tell you it's not okay to do that. So if you're making memories, snuggling your newborn on the couch, and you're watching movies with your older two, that's a memory that they're going to remember, okay? I know that my kids are going to remember doing that, and it's okay to do that. So just want to say that. So that is how we have handled illness of any kind in our homeschool and in our life, basically. And I hope that maybe it was helpful to you. I don't know. You know, sometimes these more personal videos, I'm not sure if they're helpful or not, or if they're just, yeah, I don't know. So I hope it was helpful on some level to you. I would love it if you stuck around. If you are new, you were checking out the playlist, and you want to join my little corner of the YouTube world, the homeschooling world here on YouTube, I would love to have you join us on our little adventure. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you feel like adding something. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys all in the next video real soon. Bye.